we are back at it through Thick and Thin, the podcast. It's your girl, Kelly Kills.
It's your boy, cheating ass Myron, man. We back, man.
I miss you, Myron. You did a good job. You did a good job with the shaking part.
Oh, yeah, I'm learning, man, because I don't really like doing all that, man. I really want to, like that.
Come on, let's do
this. That's it, right there.
All
That's
right.
it. We ain't got it.
I missed you.
I missed you, too.
Oh, man, it's been a long week.
It's been a very long week. What you do?
To the gym.
To the gym.
I
ain't saying nothing.
Okay, I've been to the gym
I thought you was like, don't be here to go. I ain't going to the gym.
I've been to the gym twice. I had a salad 4 days this week. I'm excited about that.
See, you can eat stuff like that. I can't eat salad. If I eat, I gotta eat bad.
No.
So I can gain some weight. Like I can't. If I eat a salad, what's it gonna do for me?
Man, I've been going to the chiropractor, eating salad, and working out.
Oh, so you feel good? You can dunk right now.
Yeah, on a Fisher Price.
On
a Fisher
you
Price.
can dunk right now. You okay? So I guarantee you in more shape than me.
I'm excited.
For real, I guarantee you in more shape than me. I be tired.
Nah.
I get tired fast.
Nah, don't think that though. Like if I hit some stairs, I'm done.
Oh, you got.
What you been doing this week?
Man, what did we do? I like my memory shot like messed up. I got a lot of content done though. I know that, man.
Oh, that's it.
Got a lot of content. I got a lot of content done. I ain't even hit no stage. Well, I don't know. I ain't hit no stages. I need to.
That's okay though, because you just killed that college.
Oh yeah, we did do the college. I forgot about that. That was in. I forgot. What was it?
You forgot I wasn't there.
Oh
my God.
We was out of time. Dang, what was it? Jacksonville.
Thank you to our guest. Thank you to our guest.
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville.
Yeah, Jacksonville. What state?
Florida. Oh,
Jacksonville, Florida.
God.
What, man? I thought Jacksonville was in Puerto Rico.
Oh, my.
No, I was playing. No, but Jacksonville, I forgot the name of the college, but it was good. It was lit.
No, they requested you. It was a whole bunch of influencers.
Yeah, it was me, Goofy. Shout out to Goofy. He's from DC. I want to say DC. It was Emmanuel Hudson.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? So he was funny, and then it was another dude, but I just made him. I forgot where I forgot, but he was funny though.
Don't worry about it. I seen you with your shirt off, and I almost was like,
nah, man. What two college girls going crazy? What?
Yeah, of course you built like a freshman.
No, that ain't why they said that, man. That ain't why they said that.
Listen, I'm so sorry.
They appreciated my 6-pack.
Oh, that's cute. That's cute.
What you mean it's cute?
Speaking of cute, speaking of 6-pack, and speaking of laughing, I mean, I know that our listeners and our viewers hear another voice, man. I'm excited because this next
post guest entertainment,
everything,
motivational speaker, man,
rapper.
And don't forget, he's a handicapper.
He's a handicapper.
That's what he said. He called himself a handicapper. He's not a capper. He's a handicapper.
Hey, he my boy, but he your cousin.
Yeah, he's my cousin, man. You know what's going on.
Yeah. Who is it? Who we got in the building?
I know we got in the building, man. My cousin, like my brother, the one and only Jessie McDonald.
Yeah.
Thank y'all.
Big money.
Y'all finally got some handicapped people on the show. Thank y'all.
Yes. Hey, we had to put you in the middle. We had to mix it up, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
this is affirmative action.
Yeah, y'all mixed it up, but y'all ain't put no ramp outside for me to get in here.
Look,
but
man,
we pushed you in your back. He had your back.
You almost fell, and I pushed you back up.
You did.
Yeah, you did
Push you back up. See, I ain't gonna let you fall.
Jessie McDonald, you in here looking real bright.
Yeah, I shine bright like a diamond.
Yeah.
You look like he about to cry. What you? His eyes glossy.
This emotional. This emotional.
Yeah. I'm touched. You know what I'm saying? Y'all brought me here. You know, I feel real touched.
Hey, we excited to have you.
Thank you.
So he said he ain't got no feelings, but how you feel real touched if you have no feelings?
Wait a minute. Don't point at me and try to get me.
I didn't say my heart don't feel it. My heart got feelings.
We got like Jessie McDonald, man. When I said rapper, actor, comedian, motivational speaker, and
father,
husband,
yes.
newlywed, man. Shout out to you and Tiny. Shout out to my girl Tiny.
Gotta shout out Tiny, man.
Yeah. Tiny really be holding you down.
Big supporter. Yeah. She hold them up too.
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't wait to get my licks back. Jessie been roasting me for 2 months and I couldn't say nothing back.
He couldn't wait for you to get your ass.
He gonna get me back though. I gotta get him before he get me.
Don't load up.
And you know what's crazy? We ain't feeling bad for Jessie because Jessie ain't
regular.
We don't feel bad. Jessie
You're not supposed to feel sorry for me. I feel bad. I'm just like y'all.
That's one thing I like about Jessie. What I love about Jessie is that he does not throw himself a pity party.
Yeah.
Like he looks at himself the same way that we look at ourselves. Like, you know what I mean? There's no like, oh, I got a crutch.
No, I don't look at myself the same way you look at you. Cause I'm thicker than you. I mean, I got more weight on me. I am not that thin. No, sir.
All right. I ain't giving you no more shout outs.
What?
I'm giving him a great shout out, man. You gonna mess it up talking about my side?
Go ahead, keep going. Go ahead.
Nah,
Carry
listen,
on.
Jessie, that's really the thing. But I know some people probably feel bad for you or try to think they feel bad for you. But here you are standing in front of the masses. But people probably don't know the backstory of Jessie, right? Here you go, Jessie McDonald from Arkansas. What part of Arkansas?
Mariana. By the way of Little Rock.
Okay.
How far is that from Little Rock?
About an hour and a half.
Okay, Milwaukee to Chicago.
Facts.
Big facts. Okay.
Same thing.
That's how we measure stuff. Like
So we want to know. You gotta let people know about Jessie. You know what I mean? Where you from?
Yeah, we joking about the handicap.
I'm originally from Mariana. Really, a lot of people see me with the crutch and they be thinking it's a joke. But in school, I didn't even walk with no crutch. I started off with a walker. You know what I'm saying? But you know how it was to walk with a walker was different. I had braces on my leg to keep my feet straight. But eventually, I just stopped. I was like, man, I got tired of getting up putting braces on my legs, using a walker. Now I'm the slow person trying to get around. I put that stuff to the side and start walking straight. Well, I ain't gonna say I was walking straight.
Wait a minute. I
had to change it. I started walking without it.
Yeah.
But when I would fall in front of my uncle all the time, he would always tell me, hey, look, you ain't handicapped, get up. And I used to ask for him to help me, and then as life went on, every time I fall, I would always hear him in my head saying, hey, look, you ain't handicapped, get up. So when people try to help me, I'm like, I ain't handicapped, I can do it, because if you always depend on people to help you up, what about when they're not there? Then what are you gonna do?
Let's go.
So, that's what I'm saying, man. But y'all, that's powerful.
Yeah, that's powerful. So how old were you?
Where's the walker at? That's what I want to know. You still got where the walker? You just threw it away?
Yeah, I threw that away.
But hold on, I'm so sorry. He said braces. I automatically thought about Forrest Gump when he started breaking out the braces and run. I'm like, run, Jessie.
But I didn't have the one. I didn't have the ones that came up. I just had the one that basically just turn your feet straight.
Okay.
Or whatever, because my feet walk like ducks. So, you know what I'm saying?
Were you teased a lot at that point?
I was always teased, but they didn't want that pressure.
I know.
You talked about me, I was ready.
Yeah.
Because we was in that era where we Joan, where we talk about your mama, your grandma, your kids. We didn't care. You know what I'm saying? So once I learned how to talk about me and laugh at me, when you talk about me, everything you going to say, I've been said it about me.
Yeah.
So by the time you said it, ain't even funny no more.
Yeah, but we're going to talk about your mama, though, for real.
Yeah, we're going to get on your mama.
Yeah, we talk about your mama.
Yeah. Hey, I talk about your mama so bad, you be wanting to fight me. And I'd be like, come on with it.
Jessie,
you win, you can't get no cool points.
That's what I'm about to ask you.
You've had a fight in your life.
With another person with a crutch. I was doing swords.
Not
really. I'm talking about like blows.
No, see, I hit first.
Yeah, two people holding them up. And they both just smacking canes.
Nah, none of that.
Looking like Star Wars, huh?
Nah, I went in first. One thing about it,
go to bed.
I had some strong hands, and I hit first.
You still have strong hands.
Yeah, and I hit you first. Cause if I hit you first, I know I'm a
Let me
rock
see a punch, Jessie. I don't believe it.
I'm a rock.
Throw a blow right now, Jessie.
No,
just give me a
No, that's a secret weapon. No, you're not finna.
Look, okay, now do yours.
It may be slow, but it hit hard.
That's an
I
uppercut.
put it like that.
Oh,
That's a slow punch. Like,
so
I can see it coming like.
You got one of these.
No, I was a ducky.
Nah, see, most of the time, if I didn't hit you with the punch, I would walk by you, and while you least expect it, elbow you in the face or something.
Oh, so you know karate.
I'm gonna
Jessie
get
know
you.
karate.
I'm gonna catch you coming around that corner. Cause I had one guy used to push me down all the time. Guy pushed me down in school because they play basketball. I I want next.
Yeah.
They were like, man, you handicapped, you can't play. I can dribble. I ain't got a good balance, but I can dribble through the legs and everything.
No way.
I just wanted to play.
He told me this the other day we was talking. I thought he was playing. He was like, I could dribble the basketball. I said, you can't do no ball. He said the key word. He's like, yeah. He said, you put me out there on a flat surface? That's what he said. That's what he told me.
Yeah.
Am I lying?
Yeah,
you put me on a flat surface, I can dribble. I said, oh, yeah.
Wow.
I said, we going to make a video. I got to take Jessie to the court.
So you didn't let anything give you a limitation, right? You
Facts.
didn't let people from talking about braces to a walker. I mean, not even dribbling the ball. Like, how did that transcend over to...
You got to see that.
I would love to see that. You so silly.
What position would you play if you played basketball?
What position would I play?
If you play basketball.
I'll be the inbounder.
I
inbound the ball.
Sit there.
He's going to pass it in like...
Hey, look.
They put up Jessie and throw the ball in.
Take him out.
Yeah, that's me. You know what? I throw the ball in to you. Hey, time out.
Give out. Put him in.
Or like say, if we down a couple of points or whatever, throw the ball to me. When they touch me, I'm going to foul.
Look at that. But you got to shoot the free throws then.
No, let somebody else come and shoot them. I act like I caught a cramp or something, you know. And we got to take him out. Hey, bring the best shooter in, you know what I'm saying? Come on, bring the best shooter in. But we had some good shooters too, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I went out for basketball.
Okay.
I went out for football.
Okay.
Only reason I went out because there was nothing on. They used to always say you can't do it.
Wow.
The coaches be like, you can't do it. Why?
Why?
Show me in the handbook where it say you can't go out or you can't try out, but there's nothing in the handbook said you will make it.
Did they accept you? Did they accept you?
No, they didn't accept me.
Okay.
But I went out just to show them there's nothing in the handbook said I couldn't try out.
So you don't operate in fear? Yeah, I think that's just fearless.
Going for it. Dope. But I'm telling you, I got hit though in football. You know
somebody
hit you dirty.
Yes.
Was it somebody? It was
No, he went to the NFL too.
So
you lay down flat.
So
they got 4 cones. You got to lay on your cone. Once you lay down, you got to get up, run around the cone, and go and meet him in the middle. By the time I got up and got my helmet straight, because you know.
I knew it.
You had
by the time I got my helmet straight, he was laying that hat on me. I said, ooh,
you ain't even lead a cone. You ain't even lead a first.
Jessie got up and was doing this. Dude already right here.
But I didn't quit that day. I didn't quit that day because I wasn't a quitter. I came back 2 more days, and then,
God.
but I didn't get hit then. Then I became the water boy. Yeah.
Jessie, hold on, wait a minute. So they let you with your, because at this point you got a cane now. You ain't got no brace or no.
No, I ain't had nothing. I ain't had no cane then.
Oh.
I put my I put my crutches and everything down like in elementary.
Okay.
Or whatever. So through middle school and high school, it was no crutch, no walker, no nothing.
Yeah.
Or whatever. I didn't pick up my crutch till I went to college.
I say, what made you pick it back up?
Yeah.
That's all.
I was DJing at a club.
What college you go to? Let's start there.
UAPB, Golden Line.
Let's
we
go!
Out here, and we won SWAT.
Big Bluff?
Yeah, we won SWAT college championship.
That?
SWAT. You ain't been to college before, have you?
Yeah.
No. What's
SWAT? You wouldn't know nothing about that. It's the division.
Yeah, I graduated high school and I was done.
And he got a GED.
I ain't got no GED. I got a diploma, man.
Okay.
But I was a DJ, and I used to always ask girls to dance. Or when I want to dance, I used to pull a chair on the floor and hold on the chair and dance. And I asked this girl one time to dance. She was tall. She said, if you were taller, I'd dance with you. I said, if we see eye to eye, you would dance to me. She said, yeah. I found out the next song I was going to play was a slow song. Told the dude to hit play. I pushed the chair up behind her. Somebody stood me up in the chair, hold me up. And I tapped on the shoulder. She gave me that dance. And, man, I had to stand on the floor and hold her with no chair. So trying to keep my balance and dance with her, you know what I'm saying? I was like, you know what? I got that crutch at home. And I brought my crutch. Ever since then, that's been my trademark.
That's definitely your trademark.
And not only that, it started teaching people not to be ashamed of your crutches or your walker, because you never know, that can make you. Mm-hmm. And every time I took a picture with somebody, I'd be like, hey, hold my crutch. Put your hand on my crutch. So you look at all the celebrities that didn't touch my crutch. You may not remember Jessie McDonald, but you remember the dude with the crutch.
Absolutely.
Facts.
My wife did that the other day. She came in the restaurant and she told me go and find the table. She didn't know I was sitting. She's like, hey, what the dude with the crutch?
So you use what most people will use as a disability or as a flaw, and you use that as something to catapult your journey to the next level. Speaking of that, man, when did you even start comedy?
Because, that's what I was going to ask you.
Yeah, you go to college. What did you major in? And then how did you transition into comedy?
Music. Well, I was always joning people in school, but I was into music.
So that was your first love. Music was your first love.
I used to, when I was a kid, my dad used to bring a band over and they would play.
Okay.
And I would when they put me in the bed, I'd get out the bed and lay my head against the floor because I could feel the kick drum, I could feel the bass guitar, and I could listen to everything.
That's probably why you had no feeling in your body, because the vibration from the ground was hitting your body and just
like a lifetime movie.
Yeah.
But I would listen to
head on the ground.
Being in the other room made me listen to everything, and I would hear them say, hey, look, that's out of key, that's out of tune, and I would listen for the different sounds. So that's how I got into doing the music. So now when I go to the studio, I be like, oh, I hear something that's not in there, where you may not hear it. And I was like, oh, mute the tracks. Something is there. And you be like, oh, wow. And went to college doing music. Made this song called I Ain't Drunk, I Just Walk This Way, because I used to ask the girls to dance.
You never heard that?
They used to always tell me, is you drunk? But see, I ain't had no walker then. I always had no walker. So when I say I ain't drunk, I just walk this way so much, I went and wrote it because that's really how I felt. You know what I'm saying? You know me all these years, and now you ask me, am I drunk? You know, I don't drink or nothing. And came from there to getting out of college, going to Little Rock. Ali Sadiq came, he doing a comedy show, and everybody was like talking. He was like, man, y'all think it's easy to get up here? I'm gonna let you get up here and try it. The guy that was managing me said, no, don't put him up there. Ali said, forget that. Little handicap dude ain't funny. I'm going to talk about his ass, too.
Yeah.
Ali put me on stage. I talked about myself for 20 minutes, and they was dying laughing. And he was like, the next day, they called me to Memphis. Chestnut told me, I pay you $150 to come do 15 minutes.
So hold on, wait a minute. So you mean to tell me you went up there on basically a dare.
Yeah.
And then your next gig was a paid spot.
Paid spot.
Yeah.
And people be knowing you. People don't get paid right away. Like you gotta. Yeah, you selling tickets. You do everything. You gotta know how that goes.
Shows, yeah.
But right after that,
that's how you knew you was walking in your purpose.
Ricky Smiley called me right after that. Well, we did an audition to open up for Ricky, and Ricky and Doug Williams put me on the show in Zanies. So and ever since then, I've been stepping.
And you pretty locked in good with like D-Ray, like as well.
Everybody.
There's a lot of people. Not just that's just naming a couple people. I'm saying, but like I'd be on the road with him, and I'd be like, dude, really like outside
really
of
know Jessie.
So even before social media, before he started doing social media, it was like I didn't really know how tapped in he was in the industry. Like my cousin, I know he do comedy. I know he lit. Like you know what I'm saying. But just going like when I started doing it, y'all both keeping me on stage doing this. I'm going around the comedy side of it more. And I'm just looking at how everybody rock with him. Like, forget I ain't talking about our followers. I ain't talking about people saying, hey, you from TikTok. I'm talking about the people just like how you are. Like how your circle is before you got to social media. You were known. You made a name in the stand-up world. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. First. Like, so it's like, I was seeing, I'm like, dang, everybody know. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so how many years has that been?
22 years.
22 years?
Yes.
Man, and it don't even seem like it, though.
I started in 2000. But my grind and my hustle was so off the chain, because I would be like, they were like, hey, sister got a show here. And they were like, I was like, where is it? They were like, Chicago or St. Louis. I'd be like, dang, that's 5-10 hours. I'm
pulling up.
And I drive there.
Listen.
That's how we, James. See, I'm flexing like that. I don't care wherever it's at. The money wasn't the thing. It was the opportunity. And the more people see you, the money gonna come. We're gonna forever make money.
And listen, Jessie's still like that today.
To this day, I know.
Like, Jessie will drive 10 hours here. I sit there and listen to him. He be like, you coming with me? I'm like, because he be driving 10. Now, if it was, it ain't that I want to leave him on stuff, but it's like, if it's beneficial for me, I'd be like, well, I could be making some other moves over here. Otherwise, I'm just driving 10 hours here, 8 hours there. We talked about that. But outside of that, what I'm saying is, his grind is crazy. He'll drive 10 hours here, go do a show, wake up in the morning, go drive 8 hours here, for 2 days, go drive another 7 hours. It's like he on a whole road trip, and he be doing this by himself. He have people help him sometimes. Like if his wife can go, she gonna go. And then he have some people like some younger cousins and stuff like on the other side.
That's good.
They'll do it, but he do a lot of the driving himself. And I'm like,
I look at it like this.
So that's a blessing. Like, he driving 57 hours.
Money gonna come.
Let's go.
I look at it, if you ever invited me to come to a show with you, regardless of how far it was, just to go is the opportunity. Okay. That's my money there, because I never know who I'm gonna meet at your show. Yep. Even if I don't go on stage, if I go, I know how to network. I'm gonna meet everybody that you talk to, and then all the business people, the promoters, I'm watching everybody they talk to, and everybody they talk to. And let me get your number. And I'm comedian Jessie McDonald. I'm gonna introduce myself to everybody that I feel that is important, and watch who they talk to, and introduce myself to them. Now, when I introduce myself to them, I never need you again to introduce me to him, because I already met him. And I'd be like, hey, look, you seen this dude? You know this dude right here? You'd be like, I don't know him. And I was like, he the one that's behind this show right here. You're like, dang, such booked me. But I know the dude that put the whole show together.
Yeah.
So them are my opportunities. So when I go to these shows, I drive a long way, and you be like, you ain't getting paid. I'm getting paid by getting to know who the promoter is, who the mind behind this right here, because that's what's gonna get me booked. I don't gotta go through this person right here that booked you, because he probably third party.
It's the longevity of it's the hustle, man.
Yeah, and never know when I meet this person. I may meet him in Chicago. He do a big show in L.A. I pull up like, hey, look, you in L.A.? He said, yeah, I got a big show. He's like, pull up on me. Because I met him in Chicago. We had a good bond. And not only that, I call him and I say, hey, how you doing? I text him, hey, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? You create these bonds with people, because sometimes you get people numbers, you never call them.
Yeah.
You never say, hey, how you doing? Or whatever. That's when D-Ray kept me so long. He'd say, Jess, out of everybody I had on the road with me, Jessie the only person that would call me and just say, I don't want nothing. I just see how you doing.
Yeah, that's love.
DC Young Fly, all of them, you know what I'm saying? Whenever I pull up, they automatically give me a chance, but I try to make sure I call the people that I met and keep contact with. I may not call you all the time, but I'm gonna call check and see how you doing.
You call and check on me often. I love it. It's really refreshing. I think that is a real thing that you're seeing. Like in the industry, it's important to stay tapped in and connected to people because it's not necessarily being the funniest. It's about having that networking connection
and who you know.
And guess what? It could be something as simple as us three talking about a major deal. And you're like, man, I'm missing a piece. And then all of a sudden we get a text message. It's Jessie. Hey, man, just saying hello. Jessie. You'll be on somebody's mind. So staying on the radar is absolutely important. Okay, so I know you mentioned DC Young Fly, Ricky Smiley, D. Ray Davis. Those are the people, like some of the bigger names we know. But who are some of like your underground comedians that you love to fuck with on the other side? You like, when I'm on the road with them or if I'm kicking it with them, it's magic. Like, who is those people that make you be like, oh, yeah.
Well, you know, got to say Killer Kills and cheating ass.
Yeah!
Well, that's for sure, because it's family.
Yeah.
But Cletus Allen Jr., that's the guy that taught me how to structure my comedy.
Okay.
You said Robbie Downer Jr.?
No, Cletus Allen Jr. He out of Memphis, but one thing about him, I would get up there. I do my comedy, but I was everywhere. I said, man, show me how to do it. He said, man, record yourself, learn your set just the same way you recorded it. Don't try to add nothing to it. Learn it that way. Once you learn it, now you're able to take out what's not funny, add what's funny, and before you know it, you'll build your own set around it because you automatically know where you're going. Then once you learn it, you can jump out of character and do this right here and pop right back in on your set or whatever. So I think Cletus Allen Jr.
Where's he from?
He out of Memphis. Superstar Mark Jones.
Let's go.
He's out of Little Rock, Arkansas. So many that
and these are names that we may not necessarily know, and people think that there's so many levels to this. I know Sonny and I were just basically saying that there's a realm that may not even be real to certain people because they can't even see past the level they at. Yeah. When we talking about ground level,
a lot of people
that get us started, them the foot soldiers in the game.
No, facts.
Them people pass the torch and then we just take it and run farther. But it's some people that's gonna get something from you from this podcast. I know I'm listening right now.
No, facts.
Because I can be completely honest. I literally just told my husband like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. He's like, why? You arrived. I was like, He's like, oh, it's more growing. You ain't got no more growing to do. I was like, oh. And those one of those aha moments like, who do you think you are? You think you at the pinnacle that where you got generational wealth and you don't. So you need to keep going because you never know when that moment gonna blow.
I was gonna say that's what it is, man, longevity. But people don't understand this journey that we on. It's a lot. It's more difficult than what they think, especially like mentally, you know what I mean? Because there's so many times, like it's like you're very hungry. We stay hungry, but do you remember like when we first started, like you was extremely hungry. You're still extremely hungry. Don't get me wrong, but it's like
it's a different hunger.
Yeah, now. It's like you didn't care about nothing, but now it's like it's a different hunger. But it's like you got time to sit and think sometimes and be like, you know how many times I had days and I'd be like, man, I dang near just be with my son. Man. I think about this type of stuff. Then I'd be like, no, you can't do it. You can't do it. You can't too far. You're doing this, and it's for no reason though. It's just like I be missing my son or whatever, or this stuff. You start thinking it's taking too long or whatever it is.
Yeah, you do.
But then guess what happened? Every time you get that bad thought in your head, like what you said, we'll say that now, like man, I don't know. And then guess what happened? A phone call. You walk outside, and somebody be like, cheating ass Marvin, Kelly kills Jessie. Man, I write you all the time. You be like, I can't quit.
I can't quit.
These people love me.
Grind.
Because I didn't work too hard for this to get these type of reactions. You know what I mean? It ain't about the clout. It's about knowing that what I love to do is working. And by them people coming to shout us out or whatever, get excited.
How dare we put a timer on ourselves?
Yeah.
Everybody's is different. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody's different. You can never think that you're that big to where you're or who I am that is people gonna know me, people gonna want me. I'm from that era where you had to get out here and meet these people. You had to grind. You know what I'm saying? Even with being on the road with Two Live Crew and Uncle Luke them and Too Short.
You what? Boy, you was not on the road with Two Live Crew.
I got music. Wait a minute. I got music with Two Live Crew.
Wait.
Bet you didn't know this though. So you talking about Two Live Crew? We talking about Uncle Luke, right? I definitely gonna have him hit one of them freestyles.
Definitely.
But what I finna say? Tell them what you used to do.
Wait.
Everybody know. Listen, let Jessie, because we got to go back. We didn't skip some stuff. Tell them before you. I don't know. Now listen. Tell them what you used to do.
I was a mechanic.
He was a mechanic and he raised German.
You was a mechanic.
Yeah, I was a mechanic. I sold dogs. I was a pimp.
Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
He know what I'm talking about because he had German Shepherds.
Yeah, a mechanic. What?
Yeah, you know, I asked him one time, Kelly. I asked him. I said, because you gonna tell your pimp stories and tell them all that because I didn't hear it. And mind you, let me tell you this. You know how you hear because my big cousin, so you hear it. Like I wasn't around that stuff when he doing. So I'm hearing all this stuff, right? Because he telling me like, yeah, you should yell pimp. I'm like, whatever. That's what I'm thinking, right? Then when I'm out and we out in the real world and we on this road doing these shows and these people coming, they like, Lil J. That's what they call him, Lil J. They be like, Lil J. Listen. They like this. They like Lil J. They was like, boy, I remember you used to have all those. And I'm like,
where?
I couldn't let him explain, but I'm just telling you that. And then I asked one time, I said, what would you do if one of your hoes ran off with your money? He said, I'm gonna let one of these German Shepherds loose.
Oh my God.
He said, remember you told me that?
He was raising German Shepherds to 60 hoes.
I said, what you gonna do?
They were like reindeers.
Yeah, that one like that. I wish one of them would run out with that money. He let them loose. But give us the back, give him. I know.
You were pimping before you was on stage.
A pimp. I'm not saying like
a gorilla pimp or a regular pimp. Like
nah, see, I had my motto. It was if you bruise them, you can't use them.
Oh my God, I'm about to go. This is just.
This is true. This
I
ain't
did
no
not
joke.
expect none of this.
This is not a joke. That's why we got to get in it. They got to know.
Oh, you trying to tell us this? I'm glad you.
What?
I knew I was gonna bring it up. I was waiting. Go back and get them. Cause see, if I got you going for $1,000 or whatever you selling for, or whatever, then if you get a black eye, that value drop down. All that value drop down. You ain't number $50, $40. But if I dismiss you, guess what? You can't make no money because I'm your water supply. Now guess what? I'll call you to ask for your friend, be like, I got a lick for her. Even if I don't got a lick for her. Now it'll make you get right because you ain't got no money coming in.
Look at his hand.
His hand did this.
But hold on, look, I turned into a hoe. I started letting in. Like, how much?
Nah, but it's like you dismiss them, you can go back and get them because when they can't make no money and you the person that's making the money, they'll get right. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to chase you. You don't want to pay my money? That's cool. Because guess what? I'm the biggest thing in the city.
And when I
throw these shows, this is where you going to make your money.
Yeah. These are all facts. People like, man, I remember you had to check in through Lil J. And you had to go through Lil J if you want to go through I'm like, and I'm listening to this. I'm like, this is real.
Now you pimping the game like
that. So
listen.
They're all them. Everybody talking about, and mind you, when he told me this, he wasn't around me like. They was. I said he wasn't around. They wasn't around me when he was saying this to be like just to go along with it. Jesse told me this on his own. I'm like, whatever. Then when I'm out around, so many different people saying the same stuff. I seen a pimp say this to him. I'm like, what the?
It's crazy because
a person I know this a pimp.
Well, what was the reason why you transitioned out of that? Because we know pimping can be lucrative, right? And of course, obviously, it's illegal.
Well, I only did it to pay bills. I'll be honest.
No.
I'm gonna be honest. Coming up and being disabled, you're not being disabled, and people don't want to hang around you. When you got people that don't want to hang around you, it's like I wanted the people to be around me, and I came short on one of my bills one time, and this girl used to dance for somebody else. So she came and she was staying with me. She said, I'll tell you what, I can help you get the money for your bill. You know the people from the music side, bring them in for a party. I'll get the girls to dance. I'll get them to tip you out, pay your money.
Yeah.
Or whatever. I was only trying to make $200. I made $1,000. And I was like, whoa. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I ran with it. And after that, it was like, women didn't want to holler at me. So when girls didn't want to holler at me, she say, I know how to make girls come around you. Get me. I'm going to get another bad girl. We're going to go to the club. When we go to the club, you walk in free anyway. We're going to walk in on your arm. And as we walk through, we're going to find other bad girls, and we're going to bring them in with us. So fine women love to be around beautiful, fine women.
Yeah,
so when I walk in free, the guys be like, hey, what's up with such? Most of the girls that were with me was going anyway. So guess what? When you try to hook up with them, that's why we're going to get in free. Because you trying to hook up with her, I'm going to hook you up with her, but you're going to let us in free.
So do you use that same tactic right now? So obviously we know like stage presence is one of those things that like captivate people. Being funny is cool, but the energy, do you find yourself using some of that type of not even, like that pimping shit, like, y'all gonna either take it or barbecue a meal do when you on stage, and you feel like that helped you along with your comedy career, right? Or
no. Well, I'm be honest. I was doing the pimping thing. And it's like it's like God.
What kind of car you had? What kind of car was you pimping in?
Huh? I ain't gonna lie. No. I didn't drive no. No, I went.
You got an Astro van.
You right.
I
did have an Astro van. Hey. But you know what? I wasn't.
These pictures are like a church van.
Hey, look. I wasn't no material. I wasn't no car person. Because the fancy cars.
That's funny.
The people, you put all that money in a car. Somebody steal your whole car. They were like, he disabled. We can steal his car. I had one car. I had no reverse. But I would drive everywhere. Yeah, I drove all the way to Atlanta with no reverse. But you would never go
forward in life. We would have gone backwards.
Yeah.
Everybody's life go backwards.
I had no reverse. I drove all the way to Atlanta with no reverse. And they was like, how do you park? When I park up on the hill a little bit, front part on the hill. So when I get ready to leave, I put it in neutral. It's going to roll back anyway. I just whip it and put it back in drive. We ain't trying to go back. We're trying to move forward. And you know what I'm saying? I was like, shoot, that was it. But I went to church one Sunday, and the preacher say, the reason we don't make it in life, because I want to do comedy, that we don't make it because we're scared of failure. Yeah. We're scared we're going to fail, and sometimes you got to fail. Yeah. So I was like, I like that message. Yeah. I went home, I was getting ready for work, and the TV was on BET. You know, you watch BET, then early in the morning, they preach on there. Yeah. And the lady came on there and said, man, lady came up to her and said, man, felt like I've been hit by a bus and drug through all the rocks. And the lady said, you know what? I'm the driver of my bus now. And I was like, wow. So she trying to say, look, she do this on her own. And I woke up, I went to my work job. I said, look, I quit. I ain't trying to quit on a bad note, but I just want to let you know God got a calling on me. Yeah. And I want to focus on that. And I never worked again. And I went on the Southern Soul circuit, and I was just going, driving myself, spending my own money, but I had merchandise.
Yeah,
merchandise made money.
How important is merch?
Jesse stopped working because he got that disability check kicked in. That's what it was.
To be honest, man, disability check is not that much. People think, you know what I'm saying, you get disability, it's a lot. But it depends on how you want to live. If you're doing disability, that means you gotta live in government housing. And government housing is not good. They don't got no nice government housing. It may look good on the outside, but they in all your business. I want to live big. I want to live my life to the max. I don't want my kids to be like, oh, we're going to the projects or nothing like that. I wanna live to where I'm comfortable, to where I can go outside, let my dogs run, or let my kids run out, and they ain't got to worry about if anything gonna happen to them. It's like that in the world, but I see bigger things in my life than what government giving me. If they cut that check off today, I'm not mad. Because guess what? I still got to hustle. I still know how to grind. I still know how to get it.
Yeah, and that's more importantly, you have a gift.
Definitely have a gift.
Yeah, and some people do have a hustle. It'd be a hustle if it was gimmicky. But it's not really gimmicky. It's just you really telling the truth and being in your truth. Speaking of being in your truth, is it hard for you to trust people when they come around? Like, how do you... Because people can't come around and on the gimmicky side of things. Facts. How do you build the trust with that? Especially seeing that we in this world where everybody wants something.
If you gonna use me, it's gonna come out in a way.
Okay.
But I know my goal, and I don't. One thing I learned at church this Sunday, he said, if you focus on your goal and stop focusing on the other things that's beside you or around you, you're going to go to your goal. So when other people come in, I already know where I'm going anyway. Yeah. You either going to get on the bus and ride with me, and when your stop come, you can get off, but I'm going to keep focused forward. I mean, you don't know who's who.
Tunnel vision.
You don't know who's who in your life. You know what I'm saying?
And why
this person may be here for this amount of time. They may be using you to get this, but what are you going to get out of this? You know what I'm saying?
What are you looking to get out of the game? So here we are, 22 years in. 22 years, some people would have been like, oh, man, X, Y, and Z, I want to give up. I want to start something new. Where do you ultimately see yourself? Is it television?
TV. I want to have my own show because...
So is that why you started social media as well?
Yes.
Speaking of social media, let's talk about that because that's a real big thing.
Yeah, because it's all within that thing. So I'm saying, is that why you started social media as well, so that you can?
No, I started social media because everybody be like, "Man, you funny. People need to see you." And
was it a hard transition for you? For me, it was.
It wasn't hard because I was always just being me. And the thing is, how it be hard for some people, like you got your character, or you got your character. Then when I come in, it's like you're not trying to put me to do a character that's not me. You make it easier for me to be me. I can still stay my character as me and not transition.
Yeah.
When you're trying to transition to be a character that you're not, it's hard.
Yeah.
But you still let me be disabled. You still let me be that guy that say, hey, look, I don't care about no disability. I don't see no disability. Now it's easier for me to do what I do.
So it was, I know why it was hard for Kelly because she come from like you from stage, so it wasn't hard like in a sense of
doing it,
like doing like, oh, I can't act or I don't believe in my funny. She was just like, when you come from a lot of them people, she was like, I come from stage, I don't want to do no social media. That's how she felt. This is obviously years ago, but it's like you if you pay attention to the time, you're like, no, I have to get on here.
Yeah, you got to be on.
You
social
got to be
media.
on social media. So that's what it was. So y'all both come from the same background as far as like stage first. So it's like, some people don't want to do social media, and it's a lot that still won't do it or don't know how to.
It looks so weird. Have you seen some of the older comedians try to go in there like, hey?
Yeah, that's
what
I'm saying.
What's up, everybody? Like,
yeah, it's like your grandma.
When the guy old boy Prince, he's something stinky leg. I moved to Dallas. He said, man, you kept always telling me you gotta get on social media. He said, you in Dallas, I'm gonna help you build your social media on TikTok. So I like, okay, and I was doing that. Then I came down here, linked up with my cousin Myron, cause I didn't know he moved down here. Mm-hmm. Our video we did it, and people like, oh, you're on the Shade Room. You're on the Shade Room.
Let's go, big Shade Room.
Yeah, I did this. I did a stripper joke, and my stripper joke did 2 million views in one day. So I started going 2 million.
Yeah.
In one day, and
2 million what?
2 million views.
Oh, he be saying views sometimes.
Nah,
I always mess with it. He always say that.
Of you.
It don't matter.
But that did good. Just when you start seeing videos going viral and everywhere you go, people like, hey, keep doing what you're doing, man. I got a kid with cerebral palsy, because a lot of people don't know I have cerebral palsy. And cerebral palsy, it got to do with the nerves. That's when I walk the way I walk. I don't have no feeling in my feet. That's when I stump.
Hands.
Yeah, that too. That's when I stump hard to find out where I'm.
So if y'all don't know that, that's because he scratched Kelly doing a skit one time and didn't feel it.
Boy, when I say you took that skit off to the, I said, I knew who
that was love from the fingers. But from now on, whenever I do it, you know what I'm saying. I always found my nails.
Nah, you gotta start wearing gloves.
Yes.
You gotta start wearing gloves when you do skits.
No, I found them all the way down. You know what I'm saying. I want to make sure I don't want to hurt nobody.
You are a father. Your children are watching you. Do you try to push your kids into?
Yeah, my little girl acting? Got cerebral palsy, and I talk about her. I talk about the same way I talk about Myron. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yes. Because you think about it. If
your oldest daughter,
yes, oldest daughter.
Yes. Oh, yeah,
if she can't take me talking about her, she's not gonna be able to accept the world talking about her.
So how does she handle it? And how do you make sure that? How do you know as a father she's okay with it?
Because, when I first, be honest, I didn't know she was my daughter till she was 6.
Okay.
And it's crazy because I thought I had a son, and he was 6. Come to find out, we was riding one day, he say, my mama say, you ain't even my real daddy. You just my goddaddy. Hey, I went right in Walgreens right there. I went and did a DNA test right that same day.
Yeah.
Came back 2 days, Walgreens came back 2 days later, he wasn't mine. Then I found out, my little girl was 6, that she was mine. But her mama always said she wasn't mine or whatever. So I was like, somebody always say, hey, look, this ain't your daughter. People always be like, she looked like you. She walked like you. You couldn't see it. But when I went around, she was always sitting down. She wasn't up walking around. And the mama gave her up at birth. She gave her up to her mom, so she wasn't having the daughter. So they were like, you didn't see her? No, she never came around.
Okay.
But then when I found out she was mine, then I started becoming in her life, and then I started teaching her. You know what I'm saying? That hey, look, you got to move. You got to let nothing stop you. Or whatever. She like, people talk about me at school. I say, tell them, hey, I know who my daddy is. Do you know who yours is?
Yeah.
And when she started doing that, and then I started.
You gave her first rib.
Her
first rib.
She started going to school, but I think I gave it to her a little bit too early, because then she started trying to talk about people, not people out there trying to fight my little girl. But, I just told her, hey, look, know how to handle it, and don't let nobody tell you what you can't do. Because you look at it, people told me what I couldn't do, I wouldn't be here.
And look at you. Speaking of being here, what's the craziest thing that ever happened on the road? Let's go. And you can say names on this podcast.
Oh, I got one too.
One. Let's hear it. Another one.
My car quit on the side of the road. Alternator went out. Alternator went out. No, it wasn't the alternator. Something else had happened. But the car quit. I had 2 girls by the name of Nikki and her homegirl.
So you was pimping, or this was just...
These was like good friends, man. We even friends to this day, but my car quit. So we were 2 miles away from the exit.
Said, I quit. You was a transformer. He said his car quit.
Come to find out, it was a hose that busted, and we were 2 miles from the exit. And she was like, "How we gonna get there?" I had to get behind the car and push.
I'm just pissed because he said it. That sounds like what I said. Whatever I said earlier. What I said, I ate it down. I don't know what I said. Something wrong. It went. I don't know, but that's how that sounded when you just said that. You said my car quit. I was like, dude, car just got up and just.
It quit on the side of the road, and we had to push the car to the exit or whatever. And the girls, they would swap out on helping me push, but one girl got behind the car, started pushing that sucker so fast I couldn't even keep up. And I was trying to hold on to it, and I didn't have my crutch with me neither, so I was falling on the side of the road. But when we got there, she called our on-side road assistant. But when he got there, before he got there, he said, only 2 people can ride. I'm like, it's 3 of us. She said, how we gonna do this? I said, we're going home. I said, tell them to drop her car was at my house. So I said, tell them to drop the car off at my house, then you can get to your car. She said, where you gonna get? I said, I'm gonna get in the trunk. I got in the trunk. I rode in the trunk all the way from Lone Oak, Arkansas, all the way to Southwest Little Rock, Arkansas.
How long is that?
And went to sleep about 30, 40 minutes.
Dog, you was in a trunk for 40 minutes?
You were a kidnapped victim? You were abducted?
I was in the sleep.
How you abduct yourself? Dude kidnap himself.
Like, we looking for...
Dog gonna be on the news for kidnapping himself. He gonna be the victim and the suspect. He gonna have 2 split screen.
Yeah,
this is the suspect we looking for. This is the victim. That's the same person.
But I woke up the next morning and I forgot I was sleeping there. I didn't even know I was sleeping. I woke up and jumped out the trunk of the back seat, and the people in the car next to me were looking like, what the hell? Where you come from?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I ain't getting in no trunk. I don't care. I'd be like, go get that car and come back and give me 45 minutes.
I would have had somebody sit on my lap. I can't feel it anyway.
But see, the thing is, they say they can only ride 2 people in the tow truck. And they would.
But you disabled, so I'd have been like, nah, okay, leave him, bro.
Man, I feel like this.
That's how I'm just saying.
I know where I want to go. I'm going to do what I got to do to get to where I need to go.
Speaking of that, have you ever used your disability to get something you know damn well your ass wasn't supposed to get? Like a line, skip a line.
Well, you know what?
Free food.
No, I ain't gonna say no free food, but I would say like parking. Cause everywhere we go, you know what I'm saying? Like they say, man, the regular people be parking in our spot, we get mad, so I know they get mad when we park in their spot. So everywhere we go, I try to make sure we park up front. And I don't care where we go, I'm always trying to park up front because I'm a front dude. I'm that dude that need to be seen.
Yeah,
I want you to know who I am.
Big
you know what I'm saying? I don't care how raggedy my car, how raggedy my clothes. I want you to see who getting out, because what that person that you see right there, 10 years from now, ain't gonna be that same person.
Come on, Jessie.
So I
agree and I don't agree.
What?
Cause you don't have time like
you'd be like, I don't want to park up front. I don't want to pop my hood or the car. I don't want them to see what kind of car we getting out of. Why?
No, he don't understand why. I love my Lincoln and I got a nice car, so I'm not saying that. I'm saying I don't like pulling in the front because I don't always like when it's a whole bunch of stuff going on. It's me and Jessie. We have no protection. We don't know what's going on. It's no help. Everybody don't need to know something happens. Why everybody got to know we getting out of this car? I don't care if I was in a Jaguar. I don't care. It ain't about the car. It's about I don't want everybody knowing me. Okay. When you walk up, they like, that's Jessie, that's Myron. So we don't. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. That's like I don't like going out with certain girls that like a whole bunch of attention on them and want attention, and it's just me and her because I'd be like, okay, somebody decided to follow to the car. Because you want to be all seen.
Well, what if we got to walk a long way to the car? Guess what?
We ain't walking
gonna get caught? Me.
But we not
walking.
You going to get caught and we in the front.
No, I got
I'm getting in, I'm pulling off. I ain't got time to wait. You better put some Skechers skates on and put a wheel on the bottom of that crutch. Because if you ain't in that car by the time I push the start button on that mug, you gone.
You gotta have Heelys hanging out with Myron.
Yeah, but that's the reason I'd rather be close to the front. Because at least if I'm in the front, you try something. Hey, if I go to make enough noise, somebody gonna see that.
See how he justifying it? Because he said he want to be in the front because he want to be seen. Now he's saying he want to be in the front because if something happens, he can get to the car fast.
No, it worked both ways.
You're right. That's why I'm like, I know that's why he want to be in the front. He be wanting to be seen. It ain't about that. But I be like, depending on what it is, listen what I'm saying. Depending on the venue is what I'm saying. It can be some stuff like when we went and did Town Panel. That shit was ghetto as hell.
And y'all did the panel at 1 o'clock in the morning.
And it was ghetto as hell.
Yeah.
Jesse want to pull in the front. He like, "Where you boss? I want to be right there. All the people there hanging outside. That mother nigga. Let's go over here and come around. So I don't know where we came. Then we gonna sneak out when we ready to leave. Come on, we done. We gone. Let's get up out of here and get the fuck out of here.
I like that
Well,
concept.
That's what I said. Jesse want to be in the front. So
that
hey,
too.
everybody, it's me and Cheat Dad Mine. What's up? We in this car right here. Now we
Well,
look back,
I'ma
somebody
tell you.
following us.
Well, me coming
and
up
they have
and
dubbed Jesse and put you
Yeah.
back in the trunk.
me
I've been in the
and
trunk
person.
before.
Yeah.
Put me in the trunk. You ain't got
It ain't nothing.
I'll wrap my own legs up.
You know, they got a little light in there. You
They gonna
put
grab
a
like,
little
you
light
gotta
up
grab a little
there.
lime green.
Yeah,
They
put
gonna
a
try to
little
put it
lime
back.
green.
He's like, "Oh, no,
Trunk
I know how
on
to
that
do
up.
this. I know how to do. I know what's going on. Move.
Now
So,
it just you know what I'm saying, when you growed up from where I grew up, where
Okay.
wood heaters and all that type of stuff.
Come on, man.
And I used to have to tote wood in the house too. You know, put your arms out like that. They put 3 sticks on me, and I walk into the house or whatever. But growing up where I came from to where I'm at today,
You
I'm
wanna
proud
flex.
of it.
You wanna
I
flex.
want to. It ain't that I'm trying to show out. It just I want you to see where I came from.
Okay.
I want you to understand. Hey, look. I'm proud where I came from. Would I change anything? No, I wouldn't, because that's what got me where I
But
am.
this the thing, they gonna see us when we get in there anyway.
Yeah,
Don't gotta
but
see us pull up. They don't gotta see us pull up. Once we hit that corner, we park around the corner. When we hit that corner, they see us the same way they gonna see us pull in the front.
I don't like walking in the door because I got to see where my feet
See how
going.
this-
And then when if you notice every time, sometimes we go to the house, I'm like, hey, look, pull up in the yard or something, or
But-
pull right here.
but I mean, he
because
got
the light helped me see where I'm putting my feet at.
So how is
or
it when you're
whatever.
on stage? Do you ever feel like
I don't like the running lights.
You don't like the running
No,
lights, so you
I'm a
prefer.
fall.
So what's your ideal stage energy? So for me, I like small intimate rooms. Like you give me an 80-seater
Yeah.
room, I'm going to demolish
The
it.
smaller the room, the better.
Yeah.
You know, because
Okay.
you can have a room with 5,000 people in there.
Mm-hmm.
And you can say a joke and with people laughing, make it look like everybody
Right,
laughing. And you don't really get the real feel. But you put me in a small, intimate room, you can do 50, 10, 15,
Yeah.
20 people.
2,000.
Because, yeah, it'll make it more ultimate. I mean, intimate with the people. Yeah. I'm thinking about an alternator, man. You know, it. Yeah.
It's about
But
to go out.
yeah, but it's more intimate, and you have to really work on your craft. In front of a big crowd, you can say anything. Somebody in there gonna laugh. And they make it seem, you know what I'm saying, like it's real funny. But a small crowd, you got to work on your craft.
You get to.
We did what I do the other night, the bonfire.
The
I love the
bonfire.
bonfire.
Did the bonfire. Myron used to my set. And when I looked in there and I got in there and I read the crowd, I say, oh yeah, I got something for him. I came with a whole nother set, lineup and everything, and it was smashing. But I like it because you got everybody doing all these different things. Now you got to try to grab their attention. You got to try to get their attention, make them pay attention to what you're saying. So that's what I like about the small crowds.
If you wasn't doing comedy, and it's for both of y'all,
What would I be doing?
what would y'all be doing? I'm talking about you can't do comedy and you can't do entertainment, you can't rap.
Oh, I'd be doing porn.
I'm a
I'd be doing
Call
porn.
the-
The reason why,
My
and
head just got
and
so
if I
tight.
wasn't married, I'd be doing porn because nobody want to get the handicap guy none. But if I became doing porn, I know I'm gonna get some.
You gonna have solo videos.
Huh?
All solo videos.
It ain't gonna be no solos. It ain't gonna be no
solo
solos.
videos. It's gonna be Jesse.
Nope.
Just Jesse.
porn. What you
Yes.
gonna be doing, Myron?
Some drugs.
Nah, hell no. That wasn't never no option for me.
That nigga be smoking.
I probably just, honestly, if I didn't have my own business, because I don't really know, you know what's crazy? I never sat down and thought like what I would, like what I'm interested in. Like when I was young, I said a veterinarian. Then when I was old, I liked basketball, but then I grew out of all of that, you know what I'm saying? Because I was just naturally silly. So I've never sat down and was like, even when we get all the way rich, it's like, I'll be like, what kind of business would I want to open when I do this? Like, I still don't know.
This is a good question because
I'm serious. I
honestly,
don't
this
know.
is-
I just know my life is comedy. So if God stripped this from me right now, I honestly would be like, say if he just could just take the funny, like, nigga, this ain't you no more. Who are you? I'd be like, oh, snap. A father?
a father.
Let me go get a job.
Yeah, so
I don't
think
know. You know what I'm
it's
saying?
A
important for the
recreation
business
center.
of it.
Huh?
Recreation center. I always.
I've
wanted to
always
do
worked. I worked
I
in
always wanted
recreation
to
for
do
20
that.
years.
But I know
Yes.
I would definitely have a job. But it's like, as far as like being my own boss, it's like I just don't know what I would do. That's what I want to do, but I don't know what. If you ask me what business would you open, I'd be like,
Okay.
I don't know. Just being honest, I
And
don't
I'm
know.
glad that I even brought that up because I just know that a lot of us have, and you all could probably contest to this, a lot of people are in the game just to be in it for whatever reasons. they enjoy the funny. It's therapeutic. The women, the money, all those different things. But there's so many business entities that we have to dot our I's and cross our T's, because if you open your mouth tomorrow and nothing comes out, where are you? And that's where we have to set it up. And I think that one thing that I capitalize on is just making sure that I have the next move in play. And I think it's important for all of us to have the next move in play. What business ventures besides Airbnb? But okay, so I know you have your clothing line.
Yes.
You have your clothing. You have your merch. What type of merch are you selling?
I sell cups, shot glasses. I did have the wristbands.
Yeah.
T-shirts, pregnancy test on positive.
That's hilarious.
Hold on, Jessie said shirts and T-shirts. I'm listening.
Oh, well, guess what? I said... You
said shirts.
Oh, well, guess what?
Positive T-shirts. I'm like,
I said, could I emphasize, and I'm trying to make sure you remember. That's what it is.
Already.
I want you to know, hey, look, you don't got this shirt, you can get this T-shirt. Like, you just said the same thing. Now I got conversation with you. Come on over here. Let me show you what I got.
Hey, one thing about dude, like, you got them shows, this man, he a hustler.
He a hustler.
Like, meaning, like, in a good way. So people, we don't say that so people don't think he like, but
he'll get the bag.
He will get off that stage.
Hilarious.
It costs you nothing to say hello, and you don't know what a person is going through. Even though we're comedians, we're on stage, you don't know what we're going through, or that looks simple. Hey, look, be safe, or I enjoyed you. You don't know what that does to us, you know. So
Jessie, honestly, this actual interview has been so like enlightening and encouraging and uplifting. I feel like I'm motivated, dude. Honestly, 22 years. Some people lose their mojo. Some people lose their zeal, they zest for it. And you sitting here elevating and still encouraging and still sticking to the blueprint that does not change when it comes to comedy and getting to the top. I really, truly feel honored. Like, I'm just in here, like, in all of you. And I am one of those comedians that work with you daily. I consider you a friend. My husband and I hang with you and your wife. We all have this family dynamics, but to see the layering of you is really like, it got me looking at you totally different. And I think that's the part that when we thought about this podcast, so many people think that we just have this one layer dimension. Like, we goofy. No, man, it's so much in order for us to even be that.
Facts.
It's so much that built up to us being comfortable being that. And it's so much that keeps you there. And me hearing what keeps you there, I'm like, God, how dare I be ungrateful? Facts. How dare I be selfish? How dare I not experience the experience I'm in right now and live in the fullness of it?
Facts.
Because it seems like that's what you're doing.
Yeah, it's like
it's good.
I still go through it.
Yeah.
Like not having my dad there and having kids and want to be there for your kids. Like, I still wake up, and even though I laugh, I still go through them times where I look at, I can't run with my kids. I can't jump with my kids. I can't play basketball with them. I can play with them, but it ain't the same as if you can go out there, you can run, you can jump, and I can tell them what to do, but actually doing it with them, sometimes it takes away from that, being that father figure. So it's like, how can I be a father and still teach them or whatever? Or you get some kids to come up to me, they be like, "Oh, what's wrong with you?" And the parents be like, "Don't ask them that. Leave them alone." No, let them ask. Because if a person don't know, they will never know. I would like to tell them why I got a disability, why I walk like this, why I walk with this, or whatever. Because you never know when they have to run into a disabled person, or they see a disabled person that somebody talking about, and they be like, "Oh, look at him, he on a crutch." And they no, he walk on that crutch because he ain't got no feeling in his feet. Then he used the crutch to keep his balance or whatever. So when kids able to do that or whatever, then it make you feel better, and you being able to tell them now they know how to deal with it when it come down to dealing with disabled people. Some people got kids that are disabled that don't know how to deal with them. You know how to live with them, but you don't know how to deal with them. Just me, I'm just glad I had people around me that always said, "You're not disabled," to teach me that, hey, look, you can do it or whatever. Because some people say, "Oh, this person disabled." They leave their disabled kid at the house. They don't never bring them out in public. My cousin them used to take me out. I had one of my cousins one time. Not gonna say no name, but they would go out and seek women, and the girl would always have a friend, and he would like, one time I heard her. She said, you got a friend that you can bring? And I was like, yeah, hey, take me. And he was like, nah, man, I don't know how they gonna look at you. They gonna laugh at you. And I was like, that hurt my feelings.
Absolutely.
To be like, dang, I like women too.
Yeah.
But then after that, he did that. I was like, you know what? These women gonna learn to love me because I'm gonna find a way.
And guess what? Your wife love you.
Yeah, and I've been chasing my wife for 20 years. I proposed to her 20 years ago, and I never stopped loving her. Even though we broke up, her baby girl was 2 months when I came in her life, and I never stopped going to see her. I never stopped going to, you know how you break up with the girl, but you never break up with the family?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then it was like, she was like that with my mom, and I was like that with her family. And it's like, I chased her, and then after so long, we finally came back together. We became friends, and this time she was like, that's my old man. She said, I'm moving to Texas. I was like, I'm going too. Her brother said, who is this dude? She said, that's my old man. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put a ring on it.
I'm gonna put a ring on it.
I'm put a ring on it again, but I'm gonna put a big one. But I'm old school though, cause I went to her mom and I asked her mom and her dad, could I have their permission to marry? A lot of times people marrying people and you don't know how the family feel. How you gonna marry a girl but you can't get along with her mom and her dad? It's not gonna work. Even though you're marrying the girl, but you still gotta.
You marry into the family.
You gotta have family there. So I asked the kids. The kids was like they was with it. You know?
That's the way you enter into a new journey, man. 2022, yes. We in the fourth quarter of 2022. 2023 is fastly approaching. What ventures can we look forward to? Like, what besides the stuff that we all got coming out together? What are the things that we can look forward with Jessie? What are some stuff?
Recreation center. I wanna do a recreation center back in my own town.
Okay.
I just want to be able to. I really want to tour and talk to people about disability. And the reason I want to do that, TV shows, movies, or whatever, they don't have no disabled people in it. The people that are in it really not disabled, and when you fall in love with their character, when their character get up and walk away, it's like you're not that person I fell in love with. So I want to start speaking out for all the disabled people.
I love it.
And so that character you fall in love with on Instagram, Facebook, or whatever, when you see me in person, I'm that same person.
Transparency.
I'm that same. That's why I want more people to let's start putting disabled people in stuff. Just because we're physically disabled doesn't mean we're mentally disabled.
That's good.
So give us an opportunity. Start letting people see us and see our talent.
So what I'll do, I have a lot of resources that can definitely help you with the whole recreation center and, getting that nonprofit started, because it's something as small as that. It's so much government funding that would be able to assist you with that. That is not outside your reach. That is absolutely so obtainable within 6 months, because all we need is a small facility to bring in the masses. It's not about anything that, and you have the resources, you have friends. Right. We can come in and do a character camp. We can teach them improv. We can teach them creative writing. We can have people do creative dance. We have videographers, we have editors, we have we have everything that we need. And so by you saying that, that's being, once again, standing on that faith and not fear. So I appreciate you.
Definitely appreciate you for coming through.
Y'all asked me a question. I got a question for y'all.
Yeah.
What motivates y'all to keep going?
That's good.
What keeps you? You know what I'm saying?
And that's good
to keep going.
Besides, because we always ask.
Besides the kids, because we automatically know kids.
Mine personally, honestly, is outside of my son, it's just coming from where I come from. I know I come from nothing. I've been through a whole lot, losing both parents and stuff like that. A lot of people, it's the same difference, but a different scenario with you being disabled. A lot of people expect you not to keep going. Me, losing parents, my grandma who raised me, I lost her. You know what I'm saying? Just growing up like that and just in a house with a bunch of people just with nothing. You know what I mean? It's like a lot of people come from all that type of crazy stuff like that, and they kind of just, they feel sorry for themselves. Like, I can't go, I can't do this. Like, you know what I mean? But me, it's just like, I don't want to let them down even though they're not here. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So I just keep going. I never had, my mama died a long time, 98. My daddy only got to come to one comedy show at the Onyx. That's it ever in my life. You know what I'm saying? That was way before cheating marriage. So it's just like, I just keep going, man. But that stuff like that, think about where I come from and stuff, and just, I don't want to throw myself no pity party. So that's pretty much for me, though.
Yeah, for me, it's just basically my entire life, I've always had this personality, but people saw it before me, and they would try to dim it. and make me feel like I was too loud, I was too rambunctious, I was too much. So now my motivation is showing them that being the most is acceptable, especially when you own it. And also
when you own it,
it's something personal for me because I have to own it now. It's tearing down barriers that was created in my mind subconsciously and unconsciously because I allowed that to seep into my spirit. So now I'm tearing them layers down and I'm like, oh, this is what it seems like when birds fly. This is what it sounds like. This is how it feels when you're on top of the game. So proving all my naysayers wrong. And when I say naysayers, people that I thought loved me the most. Right?
Yeah, they give you the tough love.
They give me the tough love. So yeah, that keeps me going. And that's the through the thick and thin. We've crossed these lines and I think it's self-explanatory through thick and thin. We gonna have the highs and we gonna have the lows. We gonna have the thick part of life that it feels unbearable, and then we gonna have those thin, easy part like, oh, I can take this, eat it up, kill it, do what I gotta do. But no matter what, we keep on going.
I thought he was raising his hand.
No.
I swear to God, I did. I'm like,
so, Jessie, all we have to do is make sure you stay locked in. We gonna stay locked in, and make sure they stay locked in.
Stay locked in, man.
Stay locked in.
Do thick and thin the podcast.
Do the podcast, man. Comment.
You know what?
Cousin,
I do this with thick and thin. Look, I run snacks.
Look how long it take me to get a chip.
If I wouldn't, I want some. I didn't know that you had them in your pocket the whole time.
Oh, you gonna walk like Jesse? You eat one of them? No, I swear.
Why was I willing to risk it all for some Cheetos? Like,
got some disability-os.
Definitely.
What?
Handicap O's.
I opened them last night.
They still as hell.
I know they still. That's why
But they good though.
They good.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Another one.
Another episode, man. You got my cousin, man. Jessie McDonald in the building, man.
Jessie McDonald, we appreciate you, Jessie.
And shout out to all the handicapped people outside that greeted me on the way in. Thank y'all.
Yeah.
Thank y'all. Yeah.